Back at it again, and we've got to dive into this Speaker of the House race. There have been some new developments within this that you guys are not going to want to miss, including one tidbit of information that is a little scary, to say the least. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new. And please forgive me for my voice or if I'm coughing. I'm a little under the weather, so forgive me if I sound terrible or if I'm coughing into the mic or whatever, okay? Please forgive me. But let's dive in.
Republicans chose their next nominee for House Speaker. CNN's Manu Raju is on Capitol Hill for us. Manu, what are the results?
Yeah, Jim Jordan just won his party's nomination to be Speaker of the House. He won a majority of House Republicans, but he is far short of the votes that he would ultimately need on the House floor to be elected Speaker of the House. That number that he just won, 124 votes from Republicans supporting him to become Speaker. He needed to clear a majority of votes of the members who were present. We believe there were 209
Republicans.
So, yeah. Obviously, Jim Jordan has been nominated or been pushed forth, right, to go for a vote. Well, they haven't decided to go for a vote, an official vote yet, as far as I know. But there's some people that are pretty angry. And from my perspective, when you have these individuals angry, it tells me that we're on the right path to the right speaker. First individual is Liz Cheney, as you can see here, she had to say this: Jim Jordan was involved in Trump's conspiracy to steal the election and to seize power. He urged that Pence refuse to count lawful electoral votes. If Republicans nominate Jordan to be Speaker, they will be abandoning the Constitution. They'll lose the House majority, and they'll deserve to. Yeah, I mean that's quite interesting coming from someone who lost by like 40 points. I mean, she got blown. Yeah. Why would anyone take any political advice from a Rhino who lost by 40 plus points? When voters send you packing with 40 point loss in the primary, that means nobody cares what you think. Excuse me, guys. You were involved in a Milli Vanilli J6 committee. As you can see, most people, of course, you're going to have your people that support, Liz Cheney and whatnot. But also, we've got Hakeem Jeffries here, who had this to say.
House Republicans have just elected a Speaker nominee who in 16 years in this Congress hasn't passed a single bill because his focus has not been on the American people. His focus has been on peddling lies and conspiracy theories and driving division amongst the American people. House Republicans now have a choice. There are only two paths forward. On the one hand, House Republicans can continue to triple down on the chaos, the dysfunction, and the extremism that has been visited upon the American people as a result of the House Republican Civil War. On the other hand, traditional Republicans can break away from the extremism, partner with Democrats on an enlightened bipartisan path forward so we can end the recklessness and get back to doing the business of the American.
Oh, stop it. So, yeah, you got Liz Cheney and Hakeem Jeffries coming out and speaking out against Jim Jordan, which lets me know that Jim Jordan is actually the correct guy. He's the correct guy. You know, that's one thing that I've learned when the establishment comes out with their fangs showing, yelling and screaming. It's probably because you're doing something correct, right? You're probably doing something correct. Now, we've got some reactions from several individuals. This first one is Byron Donalds.
At this point, Jim's going to have to demonstrate that he can get the votes of all the members the same way Steve had to do that. So we'll see. But my support's for Jim. I'm going to be backing him. I think at this point, it's not about, his conservative stance. It's really about, what those members are looking for. And I think the key thing overall is not even about a person. It's about our working strategy to accomplish the job for the American people. We have to conference our bills. We have to secure our border. We have to worry about FISA, Farm Bill. All those things have to occur in a very short amount of time. So I think what the members are really interested in is his capabilities to get that business done, having to work with the Senate and the White House to get it accomplished.
So there you had Byron Donalds, but here is, excuse me, Representative John Rutherford.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Oh, yeah. So tell me where you are on Jim Jordan right now.
Okay, where I'm at right now is since the folks that want to follow the majority, which is the rule, we should follow the majority. Kevin McCarthy had 96%. 4% took him out, joining with the Democrats. Now we're in conference where the Democrats don't get the vote, and I'm back with Kevin McCarthy. Since he, out of all of the folks that have thrown their hat in the ring, he is head and shoulders above the rest in the majority that he's able to put together. It was 96%.
And you're a no on Jordan on the floor right now.
I'm a no on allowing Matt Gaetz in the other 7 to win by putting their individual in as speaker. Okay.
Yeah. So y'all know what to do when he's up to get your vote again. Y'all know exactly what to do. I believe he's out of Florida as well. Let me double check that. Yes, Florida. So my good family in Florida, y'all know what to do, baby. Y'all know exactly what to do. Now, he was talking about Kevin McCarthy, but listen to what Kevin McCarthy had to say.
Camera, just very quick.
Sure.
How are things going in there as far as you know?
Well, earlier I thought it was going really well. We're making progress. I think it'd be very close. We'll get a speaker here shortly.
Would you support Austin Scott for speaker?
No, I was going to support Jim.
You support Jim Jordan?
Yes.
Do you think that he has the votes to go to the floor?
I think he's got the votes, but we'll see.
Now, Representative Scott said he's running for speaker because he's annoyed that you were ousted. What's your message to him?
Look, I think everybody has a right to run. I think Jim's better prepared in the process to be speaker. I don't think it's right that every Democrat voted to create chaos and 4% of the Republicans joined with them. We've watched the things we've failed. I think today the men and women in our military got paid. If Gaetz had his way, they wouldn't be being paid, and they'd be in the Senate and in the Middle East. Our border agents wouldn't be paid. But this whole time, we haven't been able to follow through on our bills that we were trying to get done. We haven't been able to do investigations. It's just we've got 4% of the caucus that really wants to have chaos.
Do you think you'll go to the floor today?
I don't know. It'd be up to them.
Do you see any scenario where you come out with the gavel at the end of this?
No, I'm fine.
What are you saying to your colleagues who are still voting for you, even if you told them not to nominate?
Look, they just did in there. I probably would have won the nomination. I don't think that's right. We can move on. So we'll be somewhere else.
You said you probably would have had the nomination. You think you still have the most support in the room?
We'll see.
Where are they in the process?
I got the most votes.
Where are they?
They're just doing those who want to run doing.
The forum.
How many
Forum.
people are running?
I think just 2 right now.
Will you do the closed door vote after the forum now?
They'll decide when. So we'll see. There's a process. But I'm sure you'll all be informed. Huh?
For the handful of Republican members who are already back home, what message does that send to Americans?
Stay at work.
Are you
Do your
worried,
job.
Are you worried about the attendance problem, though?
Well, I get worried about because we have a small majority. You see how 8 can partner with all the Democrats and create all sorts of chaos. So if you have 8 members led by Gaetz who doesn't want to pay the troops or the border agents, you could have real problems. And I can't believe all the Democrats would want so much chaos.
If Jim Jordan can get the
Now, there are parts of that I agree with, and obviously others that I disagree with. I mean, in terms of paying the border agents, I mean, it's not like they're doing a whole lot anyway, right? They're just allowing people to walk through. So, I mean, jeez, why even have anybody out there at this point? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my perspective on that is completely wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section. I'm open to being wrong. Y'all know that. I've never stood on here and said that I'm absolutely right. I have to be right. Unless, of course, I have concrete evidence. Then you can't refute that. Facts over feelings, of course. But, yeah, the way that I see it, I mean, why are we paying them? They're letting people in anyway. So, I mean, sheesh, just not even have anybody there. It's the way that I see it. Hey, stop taxing us so much. How about that? Let's save some dollars. Here's another reaction as well.
Do you think this chaos hurts your party, though, in 2024?
Sure, it does. I mean, look, the reality is that we were elected to govern. We have a job to do. We are in a dangerous situation across the world right now. We need to be prepared for anything. I want to get back in there and do my job. It's very frustrating to me to see that we can't rally support. Look, I supported Kevin McCarthy. I supported Jim Jordan. Support Steve Scalise. For some reason, there's always seems to be a small group that doesn't want to work with the team. And that is frustrating for me because I'm fine with any of those three to be the speaker. I just want to get back to work and do.
Now, that could also be a part of the problem where you're just getting behind anything and everything. And as we've seen, and as I've said before, I believe the Republican Party will look completely different than it ever has before. The old Republican Party will no longer stand, and you're kind of seeing that with this entire situation going down. You're seeing a lot of the establishment Republicans, really trying to push back as hard as they possibly can in the form of what was the guy's name? John Rutherford out of Florida, saying that he's not even going to vote for Jim Jordan simply because Matt Gaetz likes him, right? Simply because the Freedom Caucus likes him. So he's not going to vote for him. What? Huh? That's just crazy to me, especially when you consider that the American people, for the most part, from what I've seen and what I've polled, now granted, I'm just a small guy who makes YouTube videos, but from what I've seen, the American people want someone like Jim Jordan, not someone like Kevin McCarthy, not someone like Steve Scalise, right? So I just don't understand that. But there's some breaking news in this entire situation that I think you guys are going to really be worried about, and we're all going to have to make some phone calls. Every single one of us, after you watch this video, should make a phone call to our representative and let them know if they pull this off, if they do this, their political career is over. Check this out. Breaking. Rep. Mike Rogers, here, let me actually click on this, is openly talking about making a deal with Democrats. Rather than vote for Jim Jordan. Alabama, set your representative Mike Rogers straight or primary him. We are sick of rhinos representing us and only representing their own needs. Alabama, I'm going to need y'all to make some phone calls. ASAP. Today, tomorrow, the next day, and the next day after that. Matter of fact, make 2 phone calls today. Let them know if Mike does this, it's over. Bye-bye. You owe, this stuff is absolutely ridiculous. And come to find out, Mike is the same guy. I don't know if you guys remember, but Mike is the same guy that was mad at Matt Gaetz during the Kevin McCarthy vote. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. This is that same guy. See, I didn't know who Mike Rogers was, but this is that same individual that went after Matt Gaetz in the Freedom Caucus and Lauren Boebert because they refused to vote for Kevin McCarthy. This is the same guy. So that says a lot. Alabama. Now, be respectful. Don't be threatening, right? That's not what we do. We don't stoop to the depths of the left, right? But you let them know you're not getting my vote. If that's how you feel, of course. If that's how you feel. And I'm assuming that is how you feel, which is why you follow me, okay? Yeah. We all are I'm gonna make a phone call. Some phone calls. You best believe that. After I'm done making these videos, I'm making some phone calls for sure, 100%, as you should too. Like I said, I'm gonna be respectful, and I encourage you to be respectful as well. Speak your mind, but be respectful. There's a way to do things, and let individuals like Mike Rogers know you do this, it's over for your political career. You're done. So I just had to put that in there because I think it's important that we do acknowledge that things can go the wrong direction. And some people in the Republican Party, aka rhinos, don't really care about your needs, don't really care about why you voted for them. They don't really care which party you like to represent. They don't, as you can see there. Mr. Mike Rogers. Sheesh Louise. Listen, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked, right? Because as I said, the rhinos and the establishment Republicans are going to scratch, claw, bite, and scream and try to do everything that they possibly can to remain there in power. They're going to do everything that they possibly can. So I'm not shocked. But I think 2028, I should say, will be a year of the purging of the rhinos. There will be almost zero rhinos left in the Republican Party. In my belief, there will be almost zero rhinos left. Their political careers will be over with. Now, I'm not threatening anybody. I want to make that clear. I'm not sending out any threats or wishing any harm upon anybody. I want to make that clear for anybody that might try to twist my words out there. Okay. But their political careers, that's all I am speaking about. Their political careers will effectively be over. Done, cooked, gone. Right? I believe that. The Republican Party will be almost void of rhinos. And we'll have a Republican Party full of people like Matt Gaetz, like Byron Donalds, and you know, those types of individuals who may not be perfect, right? I'm not saying anybody is perfect, but they're a lot better than rhinos. I think we can all agree on that. But as always, y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions on this. Hopefully, you know, you guys grab a phone and make some calls, because this is huge, man. We can't allow this to happen at all. We cannot allow this to happen. That is inexcusable. Absolutely not. But peace and love, family. I'm out.